Hi, it's me, Skin Growing Afro. I'm back with another video. Now, if you haven't already, check out my previous video about the Windrush generation being deported from here in the UK. I shall be linking it down below if you want to search it yourself. It is up and it's available and you can watch it, and it's public if you feel to share it. Please feel free to comment on the video if you want to let me know your thoughts about the whole situation, especially since it's just come out today that the Home Office actually destroyed the Windrush people's landing cards. Yes, it's just come out today that they destroy them. But let me not get off track, okay? I will be talking further about it in another video. So I decided to do something a little bit different today. I decided to do 10 things to know about me video today. So, question 1. What is my name? My name is Keisha. I'm not going to say my surname, but my name is Keisha and I live in Birmingham. Question 2. How old am I? Well, let's just say in 3 weeks I'm going to be 30. There is no point claiming 29 anymore because 3 weeks time I'm gonna be 30, so I might as well start claiming that now. So I'm 30. Let me claim it now, even though it's not May 7th yet. I'm claiming it from now. I'm 30. Let me just say it here. Number 3, what do I do? Well, aside from doing my YouTube videos and running my mouth on Twitter all day every day, because that's what I like to do, I am a university student. I'm studying BA Hon Social Care and Health Studies. I would like to go into health promotion afterwards once I've completed my degree, but it's still up in the air what I would like to do, because you see this whole situation that keeps going on with the Windrush era and on all these kind of things. It's starting to make me think that maybe I would like to do something where I can help improve the lives of black people here in the UK, black people in Britain. Make sure that they know that they are loved, make sure that they know that they are part of the culture, British culture, black British culture. Make sure that people can have connections with their roots back home, either in Africa or in the Caribbean. So yeah. So question 4. Do I have a man? No. I am single as a Pringle. That's all I got. Single as a Pringle. Number 5. Where are my parents from? Well, my mum is from Barbados. She was born in Christchurch, Barbados. And my dad was born in St. Thomas, Hillside. That's in Jamaica. So yeah, I'm very, very thankful for my parents being able to show me that side of my culture, not just, even though I was born here in the UK, not just having to embrace British culture, but they also showed me my roots back home. So I'm very, very proud of that, because I know that not a lot of people, their parents weren't able to show them that experience simply because they can't afford it. And I understand that, because it's very, very expensive to go to the Caribbean. It's not cheap even back then. The first time I went to Jamaica, I was 2 years old. That was in 1990, and I think that was also, trying to think now. Yeah, so the first time I went back to Jamaica was 1990, and that was when I was 2 years old, so I don't even remember that. But a lot of people, that would have been like their first time just going back, like when you literally can afford it, just you going back, you know. So yeah, that is it. Question 5. My parents are from Jamaica and Barbados. Yes, they are. Question 6. Do I have a crush on any celebrity? Well, I say a lot, actually a lot, but I must say that Maurice Finance Chestnut is my long-term crush. Literally, when I was younger, I always used to be like, you know, one of those little mad people who get crushes, always talking about, oh, you know, you want to have their babies and you want to be their wife and all this kind of shit. And then when you wake up in the morning and you're like, what else was I just saying? You see, when you get older, that kind of stuff you still have crushes. Let's keep it real. No matter what age you are, you will still have a crush. So yes, keep your crushes. Like Maurice Chestnut, ever since I saw him in the movie Boys in the Hood, I absolutely love that movie. If you've not seen that movie, you need to go see it. That movie is just, I think it's an amazing movie. Question 7. What are my favourite kind of movies? Now, I typically tend to like any kind of movie. It does not matter what kind of movie it is. I typically tend to like any kind of movie. So, well, I don't really like horror movies that much, but if they're like a horror movie about, say, duppies, you know, ghosts, that's what we say in the Caribbean, we call them duppy or jumbie if you come from Trinidad. I don't know what it is, but I'm always watching those kind of movies. I mean, I've seen all 3 Poltergeist movies, the original ones. I've seen all of the original Halloween movies, all of the original Friday the 13th movies. And then I wonder why I can't get back to sleep at night, you know? I can't sleep. And you just think, oh, you're gonna open up your fucking door to go to the toilet or some shit, and then there's gonna be some big ass motherfucker coming to try and take your head off. No, sir. But see, I don't understand why I watch them. They're just interesting to me. But you see, these new age movies like Saw and all that, it's like, no thank you. I'm not really interested. You're just not as good. And had a barefaced cheat to remake Piranha and remake Poltergeist as well. For what reason? Why did you remake it? And they even remade last year the Stephen King's It. I swear, if they ever remake Pet Sematary, that's it. I've had enough, because I don't even like I don't even like the original one. Yeah, I don't even like the original one. I most certainly don't like this fucking sequel. So therefore, if they remake either one of those movies, I've just given up on life, because those movies are so fucking gross. Just, ugh, no ta. So question 8. What is my favourite kind of music? I love all kind of music. R&B, I listen to hip hop, you know, like artists like Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, Brown Nubian, Nas, Tupac, Biggie. Just, if your music is good, then I am going to play it. I also love dancehall music. I love dancehall music. And I know people are going to be saying, oh, it's full of smut and all this kind of thing. But you know what? I don't even care, man. Just something to wind my waist, you know? I just love all that kind of music. But currently, my favourite... No, actually, tell a lie. My favourite genre of music, everybody knows this about me if you want to know about Keisha. My favourite genre of music is reggae music. So Bob Marley is my favourite reggae artist of all time. Nobody's telling me no shit about no Bob Marley. I love his music. My second favourite reggae artist of all time has to be Gregory Isaacs. He is definitely the cool ruler, okay? And thirdly, my third favourite reggae artist, who's fortunately still alive, is Jimmy Cliff. The first, I wasn't really big into reggae music, even though my parents played it a lot when I was younger, you know, all the different kind of artists, you know, all the different kind of artists. But it wasn't until I heard Jimmy Cliff, it wasn't until I heard Jimmy Cliff, Many Rivers to Cross, his version of that song, I was literally touched. Every single time I listened to that song, tears come bawling down my eyes, you know, every single time. And it's just like, at this point it's kind of, sorry, a little bit of soaking music is playing, but yeah, but every time I listen to that song, I get tears in my eyes, because it is such a beautiful, well-written song. The production, everything about it is just on point. If you have not listened to it, Jimmy Cliff, Many Rivers to Cross, or if you want to listen to the other versions of the song that are out there that are not sung by Jimmy Cliff, then go ahead. But for me, it was just the passion that Jimmy Cliff put into his version, and he sounds even better live, because there's a video right here on YouTube where he's singing the song live, and I was just like, oh my god, Like, Jah bless that man, please, because we've already lost Peter Tosh. He's another one of my favorite reggae artists. Bob Marley, Gregory Isaacs. 2016 we lost Prince Buster, who is hands down the king of ska music. Okay, he is the king of ska music. That is all I have to say. Now, let me see if I can find my song. Sorry, but this song, Soca Junkie by Dale, this is one of my favorite songs ever. I am a huge soca fan. Like, if you're not listening to soca music every single day, what are you doing with your life, What are you doing with your life? Go along with yourself if you don't listen to soca. Telling me about soca is nonsense and all this kind of stuff. Do you even know the history of soca? Do you actually know the history of soca music? Like, if you don't know the history about it, go read up about it, because I don't have time for it here. Okay, question 8. What do I see myself doing in 10 years' time? To be honest, at this point, I don't know, because I just want to get my degree completed, get myself into a good job. I do hope, though, that eventually I will move to Barbados. I'm hoping to do that in 5 years' time, though, considering the fact that it's April now. I'm going to say let me add an extra year on, so 6 years' time I'm hoping to be living in Barbados anyway. I also plan to eventually do my masters in public health. Yeah, that is something that I've been thinking about. It will cost me 10 grand to do that, but you know what? If I can get myself a really good job within health promotion, say, and the company I work for is willing to second me so I can do my masters in public health, and it will only be 1 year anyway, just 1 year, so it's not like it will take that long, hopefully not. But yeah, that is something that I'm achieving too. So 2 things: I hope to do my masters in public health sometime in the next 10 years, and also within the next 6 years, hopefully, I plan to be living in Barbados, because the rate things are going here in the UK is just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse for black British people who live here, African Caribbean people, you know what I mean? So yeah, so it's just getting too much. I'm literally had enough of it now. Question 9. How many friends do I have? See, now, I don't have that many friends like that. I have my small little tight-knit group, because I find that the older you get, the more you are just like, you know what, you don't need to have a whole load of friends, because who are your main people that have been there from day one, you know? Those are the type of friendships you need to be cherishing. You don't need to have a whole circle of people around you. Like, why? Unless you actually trust those people, like, trust them explicitly, then you don't need to have a load of people. Because I used to have a whole load of friends like that, and it's gotten smaller and smaller till it's like this. I have 2 best friends and I have a couple of close friends, and that's it. Like, that is it, and they know who they are. I don't need to say their names. I'm not going to say their names, but they know who they are. Now, let me see. And finally, question 10, what kind of books do I tend to read? So these are just a few examples of the books I like to read, just these 2 here. I have a load of books. You see, like, I've read this book so much that it's starting to wear away here. But this is Toni Morrison's The Bluest Eye. This is my absolute fave book by her. If you want a book to read and you've not read this one, trust me, I would recommend this one. I would recommend this one. Trust me, I recommend it. Because you want to know why? This book is just, even though it's really about the black girl struggle of an, you know, African American girl, I can relate to this book so much. Talking about the main character, Bicola Breedlove, how she feels inferior because she's dark skinned. There is so many themes of colorism in this book. If you don't understand fully what colorism is, trust me, read this book, and if at the end of the day you still don't understand what colorism is, then oh. And not just colorism, but there's also themes of racism in this book as well. And the simple fact that she didn't see herself as attractive because she was a dark-skinned girl. She had so-called nappy hair, you know, so-called nappy hair. And I'm not saying that to say that in a nasty way, but that's just how she felt about herself, you know. And she wanted to have blue eyes because she felt if she had blue eyes, then she would be more attractive, you know. She felt that she'd be more pretty because, you know, that's the thing with colorism. The lighter, more pale your skin is, more pale your skin is, and the lighter your eyes are, that is what is praised, unfortunately. So yeah, Toni Morrison, The Bluest Eye. I absolutely adore this book. It is my favourite book ever. I've never read a book since that just touches me so much, you know. Like, I've not read it in about a year or so, but this is like one book. But so you can see I've had it for a long time because it's going like this. I may have to reorder it off Amazon actually, because it's not one, I would not advise you reading this on a Kindle. No, it's something that you need in paper form. And this book is by Michael Porter. It's called The Conspiracy to Destroy Black Women. I've only just started. Actually, I've been reading it since last year. I'm really bad. I started it, I couldn't get past chapter 1. But I reread it. I started rereading it again a couple of weeks ago, and I'm now on part 2. This section, part 2, is about the women, and I'm currently on chapter 2 of the part 2, which is The Face of an Old Black Woman, Grandmothers and the Stability of Black Families. It's another book, even though this one is fiction. This one is what do you call it? This one's fiction and this one is facts. So it's basically, I like how Michael Porter has written a book. It's sort of like a dissertation. He includes quotes from other authors' books, especially Bell Hooks. There's a lot of Bell Hooks quotes from her books in this one as well. So I really enjoy that because you get a chance to experience what other authors have put. So because he recommends a lot of books in here by quoting them, I'm also going to pick those books up as well. So yeah, this is a brilliant book to read. It basically breaks down how black women have been destroyed across the world due to white supremacy, patriarchal, you know, the white men, and then blah 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 nonsense, you know. And also chapter 1 of part 2, it also goes into detail about how the black woman was destroyed, having to see black men hung from trees, having to being stripped of her identity, you know, because when they were forcibly removed from Africa, they were sent to the Caribbean, America, such and such, you know. So if you are looking for a book, trust me, this one is great. And I don't think it's on Kindle. I've not seen it on my Kindle, so yeah, you might be better off buying it. You know, you might be better off buying it on you might be better off buying it from Amazon, or if you can find it somewhere else than Amazon, you know, like eBay or something where you can get it cheaper, then I would. But this is definitely a book I would recommend, even though again it's about the African American woman's experience. I can read it because I can relate it. I am able to relate it to the situation here in the UK, because it's actually not that much different, even though black people in this country, the UK, weren't lynched like how they were in America, is not to say that we weren't killed. Yeah, the police has a lot to explain about. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So yeah, this is just another book to talk about me. So yeah, like I said, that is it. 10 things about me. 10 things about me, things I like to read, what's my name, what's my age, the books I'm into, the music I'm into. That is it. So feel free to Feel free to like, subscribe and comment if you want to, no pressure. And if you enjoy these book recommendations, let me know some of the black books that you are also interested in, so if I don't have them I can also read. So yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna go back to walking up to some soca, you know, because I love my soca. Cheese on bread, I love my soca. So I'll see you later. Bye.